liver sheet, as Catherine brought up, we now use something called Bannon at college, which I happen to like. I've used it a number of years at Hofstra when we teach part-time. And there's now been implemented something called an early warning system, so that if you have a student who is in danger of failing for one reason or another, you click a little button on there and put the student's name in. And I presume, I don't know, but I presume from that point on that the student services people start knocking on the door.
Okay, so what we're hearing here is going back to old school, you set a rule or you set foundation, you told them up front. So you need to make the playing field clear. Secondly, we talk about software or systems that can alert us and can make us on top of things, make sure that they're in place. And then early, we talked about the contract, having a contract at the beginning. So, in a way, that is the way we're running or facilitating our education. We need to tell them up front what's involved. Maybe we need to tell them up front there may not be any part. So it's about being transparent about what the realities are. So we can't expect them to know the realities or function well in the reality when we don't give them reality. So we as administrators and educators need to lay it out for them so that when they encounter it, they're not upset. Thank you very much. Any other points that, yes?
In Northern Business Institute, we have established a referral system for the faculty. So within the first 3 weeks of the semester, is a mandatory referral form that every teacher will need to fill out in terms of any attendance issue or academic issue. And then the midpoint checkup is around week 6. And that's another, before the end of the term, we have another referral at week 12. So throughout the semester, the faculty can also fill out internal report if they see any academic or behavior issues.
Oh, that is so great. But you know what I realized? We have early warning, but it's about academics. I looked for the behavior referral form. No one knew where the forms were. So you're right. You have to make the classroom management is on par with the academics. Those forms are important. Thank you very much for sharing. Any other tips that we need to share? Essentially, I want to sum up and come back to the themes of today. If we want to maintain student learning and keep them going, we need to look at the forms we use, the treatment, the rapport we share with them, our faculty, our counseling systems. We need to really tweak it down because we were talking about middle stakes and assessment. Maybe this assessment is not so bad because it makes us look at what we really do. If you say you're counseling them, prove it to me. Show me. So if you really drill down on your counseling, your forms, your behavior, your classroom management, you really assess it the way they wanted you to assess it, you can find out if you really do being effective. So this assessment buzz, maybe it's not so bad if we use it at its purest level. Because I realize, just from talking to you today, we're not really looking at their behavior in these early warning forms or taking some of the things we do, some of the steps we do seriously. The same with student learning, I think other speakers will speak to that, reaching out, giving them a place to go. And ultimately, you want to give them a realistic picture of what they're going to encounter, what's going to happen to them. Because we want this nice wave that we're riding, we want this education to continue. We want this to happen because it's good. The other thing, because when I was invited to this, there's so many, we talk about so many colleges, the profit, community, all kinds of things, and we talk about the writing that's going on. The Chronicle wrote about the profits and did a wonderful map and where they are, and they talked about that we're very good. We're better sometimes than the public school because we have a financial aid counselor. We have a career counselor that works on one-on-one. So there's a positive impression for profits out there coming. So if you want this article, I have this one for you. Then on the community college week, the governors and the mayors, they have budgets, and they have meetings, and they have websites. So they talk about when this money's going to last, and they're working with it because of the new mandate from the White House. So I have articles about that if you want to share. These are for you. Then I have a copy of the PowerPoint. In summary, what was I trying to share with you? What was I really trying to say? We need to look at what we're doing when we say we're helping and supporting students to see if it's really working. Just because you have a counselor, make sure counseling is really going on. Just because you have a financial aid advisor, you need to make sure financial aid advisor is really going on, because if it's not, you need to look at how you're doing it. We, not only you, we need to look at, because too many students are saying, I don't understand. They said I owe $1,000. I didn't think that. Why are they getting lost on some basic math figures? Financial aid is really something that really bothers students. And then we also need to look at our teaching. There's a teacher in our school that doesn't allow cell phones. If they turn them on, he goes on. He's so old school. He teaches accounting very well. There's a new generation of teachers that are using cell phones for them to all click in and Twitter each other. So on another level, will we step up to this new generation to make them happy or to make them learn? Is their learning, as you said, student-focused or the teacher-focused? Who needs to be helped here? One more card. The Fun Club. The Sister Heart. Sister Heart. Jack of Diamonds. Everyone, I want to thank you for sharing. Thank you to the people, the sponsors of the conference, because this has truly been a learning experience.